Hey guys, we are here with Augie this morning. Augie and I are working on his loose leash healing right now. He just started training a few days ago. We're on day 2 or 3, and he's doing fantastic. So he's actually been coming to daycare with us for a few weeks now. So we've already gotten to know each other and learn each other's personalities, and we started doing a little bit of training with him. But now he's started his board and train program, and we're getting deep into the training now. So he's already doing fantastic. He understands all of his commands. He knows sit, he knows down, he knows place. He's working good on heel. He knows off, sit, down, place, come, heel, wait, off. He's doing great with all of them. So, excuse me. Right now we are working on his loose leash healing. There's just a few quick things that I want to show you when we are working on this, especially in the beginning when you're getting used to how to use your slip lead properly. So using your tool properly is so important. Your tool's not going to work right if you don't use it right. So there's a few things you need to understand. One, you do not want to wrap your hand around a leash like this, right? Because what that does is it applies pressure at all times. We don't want our dog to be pulling us. Good boy. We don't want our dogs to be pulling us and us trying to just walk with the pressure. If you show your dog that when there's pressure on the leash and we continue to move forward, that's what you're teaching him. Like right now, if I have to move with this, right, I'm teaching him that's how we move forward. If I don't allow that and I only move forward when our leash is like this, then that's what he's going to realize. And you can see, check this out real quick, how quick he's already picking up on pressure and release. He now knows with me that anytime he feels pressure turn on, he knows that means I need to calm down. And the only way the pressure is going to turn off is when my butt hits the ground and I relax a little bit. So we're not doing a sit. If you've noticed, I didn't say the word sit. Pressure means calm down. You calm down, pressure releases. So red light, green light, red light, green light, yellow light. Okay? The next thing to really notice is where your positioning of your leash is. Especially with puppies, it gets a little tricky, and with long-haired dogs like him, it gets a little tricky too. If it sinks down and it's below where his collar is, that means you're putting pressure on his trachea, on his throat. So we don't want that. What we want to do is we want to frame his skull. So he's got this little fluff right here, right? We want to go above his little fluff. So, okay, so I like to go like this. Push his fluff down. You can see it's high up. It's at the base of his skull, right at the bottom of his muzzle, and then as high up as you can get it, framing his skull on his ears. Then you want your silver loop to be centered with his nose. That's how your tool is going to work properly. So it would be like if you were holding a knife the wrong direction. If you're not using your slip lead properly, it's not going to work properly. So we have it positioned properly, and watch how quick he sits when he feels pressure. We do that because dogs have pressure points in their skull. So instead of adding pressure to his throat and his trachea, we're adding pressure to the pressure points, and he's learning that means calm down, right? Pressure point, calm down. So you need very, very, very little force with this. Okay, right? So watch how little force, and this is just one finger's worth of pressure. I can literally do it. Okay. I can literally do this with my pinky. Okay, that's all the pressure I need, a pinky's worth. He sits, pressure goes away. So less is more. If we teach him that this teeny little bit of pressure means I need you to calm down, okay, then when we're walking and he feels that teeny little pressure, if I stop moving on that tiny pressure, look what's going to happen. He's sad, right? So if we teach him and we are consistent with every time that amount of force turns on my leash, that I stop and I make him calm down, he's going to do that regularly as well. So if you want your dog to do something on a consistent basis, you have to handle him on a consistent basis. Yep. Right, so we move forward as soon as he gets ahead of me. So you're going to imagine that you have this red invisible box right next to you. And anytime his nose goes ahead of me, to the side of me, or behind me, that now means he has left the heel box and he's no longer paying attention. Heel means walk with me at my pace. So it's like we're playing a game of follow the leader. He can't be following the leader if he is even this much ahead of me, right? If he's there, he's leading, right? He's in front. If we were racing, he would win. So he always needs to be right about there, where his nose is just behind my knee, so he can follow me. Can I make a clean left turn without bumping into him is how you're going to know, is he too far ahead? I always say, one, if you're asking yourself, is he too far ahead? The answer is yes. You shouldn't even be wondering, like, is this too far? If you don't 100% feel like I'm in control and this dog is following me wherever I go, then he's not, right? You have to know that, you have to like really feel it, that you know he's following you. So, excuse me, in order to do that, allergies are up today. All these flowers. So you have to do things to get him to follow you. Think about, again, playing a game of follow the leader. If we're playing follow the leader with some kids and all you do is walk in a straight line at the same pace, those kids are not going to want to play with you for very long. They're going to get bored. They're going to be like, well, this sucks. I want to do something else. So will your puppy. Puppies are kids. They need a lot of things to do. They lose attention on stuff quick. You need to keep them interested. So I do that by baby talking, by using treats, and by switching things up a lot. So you're going to change your pace and your direction all the time, okay? You're never really going to go in a straight line. You're going to do zigzag patterns. You're going to go fast. You're going to go really slow. Anything you can to get him to follow what you're doing and where you're going. Okay, so if we go in a straight line, again, he's going to lose interest. So right there, as soon as he goes ahead of me, I have two options, or three options. I can stop, red light. I can pop, yellow light, to say, slow down, pay attention, or I can change directions. So if he's ahead of me and I change directions, now he's behind me, right? So whatever I need to do to get him to follow where I'm going, rather than just saying like, stop, you're going too fast, stop, you're going too fast, stop, you're going too fast. That's not how you want to think of it, right? Think about, are you following me? If he's not, how can I get you to follow where I'm going? Heel, good boy. Right, so heel, right now, he lost pace. So if I pull on him right now, what I'm doing is applying pressure, which we've now told him means red light, calm down, put your butt on the ground, right? So you can't pull him around a turn. You have to learn to keep, and this is where that wrapping it around your hand comes into play. This needs to always be resting on the tips of your fingers, just like this. This is a seatbelt, and in a car, you know how your seatbelt kind of like moves and stuff, but if it needs to stop, then it does. That's the exact same thing with a slip lead. You're in control of the car, you're in control of the dog. The seatbelt is just a tool to keep you safe and help you. Same with this. This just kind of helps you keep Augie's attention, right? It lets me do just that. It makes me say, pay attention, right? But you're in control of everything else that we're doing. Augie. Yes, Augie. Good boy. Good job. Yay. So right there, he was about to trot ahead of me. So what did I do? I changed it up and I was like, oh no, look, I'm here now. Good boy. Yeah, I'm going to change it up right there, right before he gets ahead of me. Good boy. Come on, buddy. Good. So right there, he got to the end of the slip lead and I did a pop and release. I didn't do a pressure and pull. It's all about the pop and release. The release is so important. People never do the release. This is solid tension. This is him running a red light right now, right? There's pressure and he's walking. He is running a red light. It always needs to be green light. If your leash isn't, if your leash isn't smiling, where you have your U shape in your leash, he is not healing. He is not on a loose slip lead, right? So loose leash healing, you have to have a loose leash. And that's up to you to learn how to use your tool properly. So it's all about letting it rest on your fingers, because if it's wrapped like this and you clench, what happens immediately? Watch this. Loose, pressure, right? So right there, there's pressure. I need to pop and release that pressure. Think of it like a lawnmower, on and off, right? Real quick. Right? Pop, pop. Good boy. Yes, good job, Pop. So your three options when you're healing, you have stop. If he is all over the place, He's leaving the box. He is not paying attention to where you are. He's looking other ways. He's just running ahead of you. That's a full-on, we need to stop, calm down, and go into a calmer state of mind where you can pay attention to me. If he's moving with you and he's just slightly ahead of you and he's just not focused, or you need him to slow down just a tiny bit, you can do your yellow light, which is just a quick pop of the leash to say, slow down, pay attention, just like a yellow light. Your green light is when we're moving forward and you have a loose leash. He is following you. He's looking at where you're going. Yep. So right now I'm going to turn and bump into him a little bit, because this is me telling him, like, look, you're not paying attention to where I'm going. So those turns, see, like, he's all over. So he's not following me there, right? And he noticed and he realizes, like, what's going on? So I'm slowing him down and I'm just going in a circle right now. Right, pop, pay attention, pop, pay attention. Pay attention, pay attention. If I have to do more than 2 or 3 pops, then I go to a full stop. Good boy, yeah. Okay. Okay. See how he's not really paying attention? But again, this is only day 2 or 3. I'm not super concerned. This is fantastic for 2 or 3 days in. Now, granted, he's had a little bit of a head start with me. He knows how I work with my slip lead. So he's gotten a little bit of a jump start, but I mean, he's doing fantastic. You cannot complain about this for day 2. Most of the time, we don't even start walking up the street until like 3 or 4 days in. Most of the time, we just stay in my circle and strictly teach, pressure and release. Pressure on means go into a calmer state, put your butt on the ground. Pressure off turns off right when you do that. We usually do probably 50 to 100 reps of that before we really start implementing it into a full-on heel. So, but yeah, all in all, he is doing fantastic. I knew he had to use the potty. He's doing fantastic. He's very smart. He's picking up on his commands really quick. I am not concerned about any of his training. He's going to do great with all of this. Good boy, August. So right there, he's not paying attention. Pops. Right? He's like super focused on something else. So how can I get his attention? Probably a treat. So I save my high value treats for times like this where we're out and about and I need to really get his attention. Now, if this were just kibble, he might not be super excited, but we're using hot dogs right now. So he's like, ooh, good boy. Right, so we can also, when you're learning to heel and you're kind of figuring out how do I get him to follow me, you can backpedal. So I don't know if my camera fell in the last video, but if you happen to see that part in the video where I'm backpedaling, so just walk backwards. August, Augie, yeah, come here, buddy, good boy, good job, good boy. There you go. Come on, buddy, come on, August. Right, so it's all about getting him to learn to follow and look at you. Come on, buddy, yay. Good boy. Yeah, this way. Oh, boy. Come on. As soon as he looks away from me, I'm like, no, look at me. Right? Good boy. Now, come on. Look. August. Good. Good boy. There you go. Come on. Good boy. Yay. Right? So it's all about just teaching him. Looking at me is a positive thing. The earlier you can teach him to focus on you and ignore distractions around you as a puppy, the more focused shepherd you're going to have when he's an adult and you have those dogs that are like unbreakable and they just stare at their owner. That's why, because you've taught them early on that, like, I'm the best thing to look at, and you make yourself a really exciting thing. Lots of positive reinforcement, treats, good boys, baby talk. Like I said, all of that when he's a puppy is key. Now, there's also a balance. You want to make sure that you expose him to a lot of different things. So it's not about teaching him to ignore everything. We don't want that. We also want him to still be a dog and enjoy himself and whatnot. We want him to explore. But when we're working on a heel, that means we're working right now. There's plenty of time to just say, okay, Okay, there you go. There's a good boy, right? And now he's in free mode. He can go do whatever he wants right now. He can go sniff and explore and pee and be a puppy right now. So there's plenty of time for both. You want to find that good balance of the two. So yeah, all in all, like I said, Augie's doing great. He is making really good progress already. We're super proud of him. So stay tuned. We will definitely be back with more videos. We'll be trying to take lots of videos of Augie's progress for his mama. She loves her baby boy, so we want to make sure we keep her involved in all of his training while he's with us. So if anybody else has any questions about their dog, or they are looking for someone to help with training, we have board and train options like August is doing. We also offer home sweet home lessons where we come to your house. We have one-time lessons. I can do online lessons for people that aren't in the North and South Carolina area. Give us a call today. We'd be happy to help you out, answer any questions you guys have. We will be back with more of Mr. August. Hope everyone has a good one.